Our speaker today is Alexa Prize.
Where's that?
No, I did it under the new protocol before I go. Alexa is a former kindergarten teacher, and she's been making some spiritual shifts personally and answering new calls that have been arising in her. And she's recently decided to make a pretty big shift. Recently quit being kindergarten teacher, now is a full-time somatic activation teacher. And she's going to introduce to us today. It's a combination of movement and mindfulness. We're going to work with our breath. We're going to work with our bodies. We're going to work with getting not her language, but prana and chi moving in our bodies so that we can relax into a deeper state of mindfulness more easily. Our body and our minds are irrevocably interconnected, intertangled. And sometimes when we sit down to meditate, our body wants us to get up and do stuff. Knowing how to respond to that is it's actually one of the whole reasons that yoga came to be. The initial postures were just to learn how to sit still so they meditate more. So with that, without any further ado, let me bring up Alexa, and she will introduce us.
Well, I may not need to use the microphone. I'll just use my teacher voice. So thank you, everybody, for being here. This is just a blessing and really a manifestation of what I've been working on for the past 2 years or so. Like Bobby said, I used to be in the education system, and I found that my intuition was telling me to expand beyond the classroom. I still do substitute teach, keeping my foot in the door, yet also too, I know that the mind, body, soul connection is so important. Beginning my work with the littles really showed me that it's important to be that living example. And so when I made that shift, even though it was hard for me to step away from my career, essentially, I knew that this change was necessary. And it's opened up new opportunities like being here. It's opened up me being able to share this beautiful practice that was shown to me a couple years ago. And so the Somatic Activated Healing method is a combination of 4 different modalities. So we have our mindfulness, where today we will start with the meditation together. I will start with an intention that we can set, and also you can set your own. We are going to be doing breath for a couple of minutes just to start to really tap into our bodies. As we know, lots of life pulls us in different directions, and that mindfulness is a practice. And then we will, and what I love about this also is that if you would like to be standing while we're listening to the music and doing our movements together, that is welcome. If you prefer to be seated, also okay. So please do what your body feels is comfortable and is safe, because I know sometimes we're just tired or we just need to tap into how we really are feeling. And then I will invite you to do some free movement. If you have heard of ecstatic dance, more of just a free-flowing dancing, however you feel comfortable. And also, too, if you just feel comfortable seated, also okay. Just allowing your body to express. Sometimes it's a stretch, sometimes it's moving our face, sometimes it's rolling our shoulders, opening up our body, moving our legs. Please do what's comfortable for you, okay? I just want to invite everyone that this is a dance floor of non-judgment and just of safety and of happiness. It does bring me joy. And I also just want to invite you to know that if there's anything that comes up, whether it's something we've been holding on to for the past week or maybe longer or even just yesterday, know that it is safe to express that here, whether we need to shake it off, we need to, again, like I said, anything that comes up, it's our body giving us that signal that it's meant to be released. And sometimes I do cry. So if I do, I won't apologize for it. I'll just keep going. So, again, thank you guys so much for being here. And I will just be playing the music for the speakers. Now, I will give a little disclaimer. Some of it is a bit more upbeat, and our movements can be done in 3 different speeds. So please don't feel like you have to do exactly what I'm doing. I'm a pretty energetic individual, if you can't tell already. So the movement can be done in a peaceful manner. So just slower. For example, if we're pointing to the left, right, pointing to the left, bringing our hands together. And we would be breathing in, breathing in, breathing in. Again, like I said, and then you can do more of a neutral, or you can speed it up. Depends on how you are feeling in this. So if you feel like maybe your arm span is a little longer and you might need to create some space, please do so that we're not hitting someone next to us. All right. So again, thank you guys so much for being here. We will have some energetic songs. I do tell people it's a little bit like a festival, but I won't blast it so that your ears are hurting too much. I can always turn it down. But I would invite us, if you feel comfortable, you can either stay seated or you can come to a standing position, whichever you feel comfortable with. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay. All right. Just want to make sure, because if I need the microphone, I'll grab it. Awesome. Okay. Let me get to our playlist and we will get started. All right. So as you are just beginning, if you're standing or seated, feeling your feet on. And what I'd like to invite you to do is just feeling into your breath. Palms can be down, close next to your side. Gaze can be lowered or completely closed, whichever you're more comfortable with. And just recognize you're breathing in, you're breathing out. Breathe. Continuing your inhales and exhales with your own. And if your mind wants to wander, just know that that's natural. And I invite you to just breathing. I am breathing. As you can your breath, I'm going to read our the title of our class. So the title of our class is Shift My Mindset. See what is possible. And those of you that are here, those that are understanding that our minds that shift, change the trajectory of our life. Knowing that how we speak to ourselves, first and foremost, it is how we speak to others. It is how we express. And also is our action. So I invite you there's something going through, whether it's just a seat or just ask, how can my mind, what is it teaching me? What is it showing me about myself? Showing me about how far I'm already. And how can I use my strength to see what is possible? Our quote for our end. Your problem is how you are going to spend this one precious life you have, where you are going to spend trying to look and creating the illusion that you have power over certain, or whether you are going to taste, enjoy it, find out the truth of you. As wait, how are you? How are you? What you're practicing, what you're sharing. Just joining in harmony, recognizing now I'm going to invite you just to journal in. And what I mean by that is just checking in with yourself. We are going to use a number scale, but please know that there is no right or wrong. Using our numbers 1 through 10. Number 1, maybe feeling low or even frustrated or irritable, and that's okay because we come here as we are. And then we're up to number 10, the height, our will. This is just for you. Just have to check in. Just see. Just trying close to a story. Check. Just coming through. What I'd like to invite us to do is we're going to be doing. So we're going to breathe in through our mouth like you're drinking through a straw. When you're ready to exhale, just exhaling or no. Feeling with your right. Now what I'd like I was bringing our awareness to the top of our head to our crown. And we're going to be doing a body scan. So what that means is like flashing flashlight. We are internal, starting at the top of your head, and just bringing your awareness below. Be a slice of it. Strength. Coming down. Coming down, right? Right. You're having step forward. Feeling one more breath, and then exhale. So, when you are ready, slowly blinking our eyes open, and we're going to start with our stretch portion. You can either stay seated or also come to stand. Turn up just a little bit of track, okay? All right. So, what I'd like us to start by rolling our shoulders. So, rolling the back, feeling our chest open, and soft knees, definitely. And bringing them forward. Arms can be out to the side or just down by your sides. So we're going to pause right here in the center and gently rotate from right to left. Arms can be outstretched or even close to you, whatever you're more comfortable with. Good job. 2 more rotations. 1 to the right and 1 to the left. Coming back to center, inviting you to just forward fold. And if it's just where we can touch our knees or our shins, great. Please do what you feel comfortable enough doing. We're just going to sit here feeling that nice stretch in the back of our legs. Wonderful. And when you're ready, we're going to rotate over to one side. Back through the center, walking hands over to the other side. Good job, walking hands back to the center and slowly coming up, stacking each vertebrae one at a time. Wonderful job. What I'd like to invite us to do is we're going to bring our right foot forward, and then we're just going to fold forward again as much as you're able. Just a nice stretch, and then flexing your foot towards you. Feeling that stretch in the back of our calf. Wonderful job putting your foot back down. Opposite side, bringing our foot out. Nice little stretch, foot is still on the ground, and then when you're ready, flexing your foot towards you. Wonderful job. All right, coming back to stand. Thank you so much. So for this next part, we are going to be doing some shaking. So it's going to look like this. You can keep feet planted on the floor or give yourself a slight bounce. And this is really just allowing us to shake off any worries, any anxieties, get your hands involved. If you would like to, you can do your neck, but please do so safely. We don't need any whiplash. So just allowing ourselves to shake off anything that we've been holding on to this week. And you can move your face, make faces, stretching our muscles. Allowing ourselves to move. If it feels tight, it's okay. Just allowing ourselves to freely move. All right, what I'd like us to do, hands are going to come up, and then we're going to breathe in, and then we're going to come down, exhale. Allowing ourselves to have that verbal exhale. Breathing, bringing our arms up. Exhale. Yeah, love it. There you go. Breathing in. Exhale. Let that noise come out. Breathe. Breathing in. Exhale. Very good. You got it? Breathe in. Exhale. Then we're going to come back to a little more shaking for the last few moments of our song. And then we'll get started. Can I turn slightly? Would that be okay? Don't worry. Anybody's ear drums. A few more moments. Remember that intention setting. We're here on the dance floor together in a safe space. And I'll be remembering and just ready for our move. All right, so here we go. First breath work that we're going to do, we're going to match our inhales with our exhale. So we're going to put our right hand out first, breathe in. Left hand, breathe in. Bring your hands behind your head. Exhale. Let your hands fall down to the side. Breathe in on the right. Breathe in on the left. Exhale. Hands come behind our head. You got it? Go at your own pace. Breathe in. Breathe in. Exhale. Go at your own pace. And find your rhythm. Feel free to move around. Here's our mantra. Now we're going to match it with our movement. Okay? I accept my strength and limitation. You're moving, you're going to match the mantra. I accept my strength and limitation. Here we go. I accept my strengths and limitations. Being very honest. I accept my strength and limitations. So when the music picks up, feel free to do the movements, saying the mantra out loud or just to yourself. This is for you. See, you have your strength. And also where it's okay to ask for help. Don't have to do it alone. You have community. You have loved ones that can show up. We're not meant to just do it all by ourselves. Wonderful job. Coming back to center. That was our first movement together. Hopefully we feel a little more loosened up now. Okay, wonderful. Thank you. And again, the mantras can be said to self or out loud. Okay, so whatever you're comfortable with, all right? So our next movement, we're going to have our hands placed in front of our tummy. We're going to rotate towards ourselves, so like this. 1, breathe in. Again, 3. Exhale, our hand is going to come to our tummy, okay? So rotate, breathe in, rotate. Exhale, hand comes to our body. So breathe in, exhale. And take your time. I like to do big rotation. Big breath, exhale. Breathe in, exhale. Good job. Going at your own. And exhale. Good job. Keep going at your own pace. Here's our mantra. What I say has the potential to improve all my tomorrows. A little bit longer, I'll do it again. What I do today has the potential to improve all my tomorrow. What I do today has the potential to improve all of my tomorrow. With that mantra, hand movement. What did you do today that you know is going to improve the days to come? Even if it was something small. Maybe how we woke up today, took care of ourselves. Maybe we showed up for ourselves differently. What does that look like? How does that feel? Knowing that it can improve our days to come. Wonderful. Now I'd like to just invite you to drop that movement and move your body freely. Remember, no judgment. Whether it's taking up more space, which is great, allowing your body just to move. Be more movement. Good job. All right, this one is a little faster paced, but the movement is simple. So we're going to take our hands. We're going to brush them up our leg. Just brush. Breathe in as you're brushing, and as you get to about your shoulders, exhale. Right? So we're going to brush up, breathe in, Get about your shoulders. Exhale, looking at your hands as you're exhaling. If you want to swing your arms around, you can, but you do not have to. So breathe in. Exhale. And allow your arms to fall. You got it. Breathe in. Now remember, go at your own pace. Gonna pick it up. Ready? And go at your own pace. Brush up. Breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. Exhale. Really hearing yourself. Exhale. Our mantra. I can only share my gifts with the world when I first forgive myself. Very open and honest. I can only share my gifts with the world when I first forgive myself. Here we go again. I can only share my gifts with the world when I first forgive myself. Welcome. So just moving with that movement. Remember, brushing up our body and then exhaling. Like we're bringing up anything that maybe feels sticky. And then when you exhale, let it out. Got it. Letting it out. Release it. Anything coming up, any story that maybe has kept us stuck or kept us stagnant, let's release that today. You've got it. What parts are we keeping small about ourselves that maybe someone told us, oh, that's too much? Let's release that. Because we want to share our gifts. And maybe that comes with forgiving a younger part of ourselves that just did the best they could at the time with what they knew.
Really?
Awesome. All right. I'll shake it off just for a moment. Low shoulders. Awesome. Hopefully we're feeling okay. And please feel free to get water or take care of our needs that you need, okay? We're going to start by scooping to the right. All right. So we're scoop to the right. Breathe in like you're bringing a circle forward. Scoop to the left. Breathe in. Then you're going to bring it out to the sky. Exhale. Let it fall away. Here we go again. To the right. Scooping. Breathe in. To the left. Breathe in. And then bring it up to the sky. Up, bring it up. Exhale. So go at your own pace. Breathe. Exhale. Side. Good job. Just finding your rhythm. You're really feeling your breath. And here's our mantra that we're going to master this movement. I am filled with endless possibility. So as you're moving, match your mantra. I am filled with endless possibility. What a joy it is to give our mind that thought. We're not limited to what others have told us we need to be, or it's like we are filled with endless possibility. Go ahead and drop that movement and just let your body move for a moment. Probably just allowing your body to move a little bit. Whether it's a stretch, or maybe even just bringing it to your body. Whether it's giving yourself a hug, maybe it's just sweat, reconnecting. Here's our next. We're going to the right inhale, point to the left inhale, and then you're going to curve together, exhale like you're tapping in front of you. So it'll look like this. In, breathe in, exhale. Breathe, breathe, exhale. Breathe, breathe, exhale. Go at your own pace. So really stretch it out. Really stretch it out. Breathe. And then take your time. Yes. Being conscious of that movement. Down there's our mantra. I release all the way I am holding blame in my body. So as you're exhaling and you're playing like you're throwing it out, ready? I release all the way I am holding blame in my body. Really tossing it away. I release all the ways I'm holding blame in my body. You got it. Keep going. Good job. I release all the way I'm holding blame in my body. And even that can feel uncomfortable. It's okay. Let it come up and release out of your body. So when you're ready, just drop that movement and allow yourself. Awesome. This one has 3 different arms. Okay? Interesting. All right. I'm going to do it a little bit to the side. Easier. So you're going to have your hands out, hip front, in. Bring hands to our elbows. Breathe in. And you're going to bring your arms up as you exhale. Let them fall down to the side. So again, here we go. Hands out in front. Inhale. Hands to elbows. Inhale. Hands comes up. Exhale. Let your arms fall to the side. Got it. Keep going. Breathe in. Breathe in. Exhale. Take your time. Good job. Here we go. Breathe in. Breathe in. Exhale. Good job. Breathe in. Exhale. Wonderful job. Go at your own pace. Really feeling your breath. So it's mantra. Arms out. I am willing to see this differently. Nerve smile. Go again. I am willing to see differently. That can go for anything. That can be how can I start my day? Can I see it differently than I thought? Maybe I'm going through a difficult time with someone close to me. And maybe I'm feeling some big things. I am willing to see this differently. shifting our mindset around it. I am willing to see things differently. One more time. I am willing to see this differently. And what I'd like you to do is drop the movement and take up space, whether that's stomping our feet, whether it's maybe our arms just up, allowing our body to feel what they need to bring. Taking up space. Let me be that permission slip. It doesn't. She can whatever. And just offering up anything that's coming up, like the visitor. Our feelings are meant to pass through us, not take root. Maybe even bringing your hands to a part of your body you're not connected with. Maybe even just our wrist, your arm, your feet, and saying thank you. Few more moments. All right. So, with that little precursor for this, if anyone is opposed to like screaming, totally okay. But just as a release, I know that giving a very big exhale for that is necessary. So we're going to do a little bit of that today, if you're comfortable, okay? So I'm going to turn this up just a little bit. This artist that I very much cherish. So what I'd like us to do is just start by just shaking, like I did at the beginning of class. Feeling the beat. Feeling your feet on the ground. Connecting with the earth. And acknowledging those that have come before us. Those that have been stewards of this land and all over this earth. And recognizing what's happening right now in the times that we're living in. Really staying present is such a gift. Okay, so just keeping our bodies moving. Allowing your body to move. Few moments here, and then I'll show you what we're going to do for our sacred wailing. All right, coming back to center. Hands are going to be on our core. We're going to take a big inhale. Ready? And when we're ready, we're going to go like this. Okay, if you feel comfortable. But also, too, just a big exhale. Letting it out, shake it off, and then we'll shake it on. Because sometimes it's going to be uncomfortable. Ready? So we're going to inhale together. Breathe in. And then we're going to exhale. Let it out. Offset. Shake it off a little bit. Yep. Shake it off. Allow that energy to be released. Wonderful job. Hands coming back to our core. Breathe in. And when you're ready, exhale. Awesome job. Go ahead and shake it off. Yes, if you distress, feeling that energy coming up, just needing to be released. Wonderful job. Here we go. Hands on our core. Breathing in. And then exhale. Shake it off. You got it. Woo! Just feeling that energy moving. I'll do one more round with that. Just get my body. All right, hands come to the core. Ready? Big breath in, maybe a little deeper than we did before. Really let it out. Wonderful job. One more time. Hands come to our tummy. Big breath in. Exhale. And I'd like to invite us actually forward folding and just letting your arms hang down in front. And then maybe a slight up and down, just allowing the energy. And then slowly rotating our shoulders from right to left. Continuing to breathe. Your soul job. Slowly bringing our bodies up, stacking one vertebrae at a time. Wonderful job. Just reconnecting with our breath. Wonderful job, everyone. Thank you for doing that with me. All right. This song has a very special place in my heart. All right. So it's called The Same. I know in times right now where everyone's wanting to see the differences, whether it's difference in our beliefs, differences in who we love, differences in what we look like. But just remembering that we are all here to love. That's the most powerful thing. And rather than looking at differences, looking at how we are similar, how we are showing up, how we are taking care of ourselves and others. So with our next movement, we're going to have our hands, fists at our side. We're going to bring our fist right under our chin to shoulder level. Same with the left side, bring it right under your shoulder. Shoulder level, breathe in. And then as we exhale, we're going to push away. And if you're standing, a squat is also an option on the exhale. So here we go. Right side, breathe. Take your right side, breathe. Exhale, push away. Got it. Breathe. Exhale. Going. Wonderful job. And here's our. And just keeping with breath. Breathe. Exhale. Here's our mantra. I respond with grace and compassion in all situations. I respond with grace and compassion in all situations. I respond with compassion in all situations. So continue that with that mantra, recognizing how can you respond with love, grace for yourself as well as others. God. One more time. I respond with great compassion in all situations. And then just drop that movement and allow it. Showing that grace to yourself. What does that look like with your body? That's just giving ourselves a gentle hug. We're coming to our awesome job. All right, got 2 more songs, and then I know it's a little warm. Please get water if needed. All right, our next movement. Hands are going to come to our heart first. We're going to breathe in. Hands are going to come to our temples. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, looking up to the sky, hands come up and then down. So here we go. Hands to heart, breathe in. Hands to temple, breathe in. Hands come up to the sky, exhale. Allow your hands to fall down. Go at your pace. Breathe in. Breathe. Exhale. Good job. Breathe in. Breathe in. Exhale. I'm going to give you the mantra. Here, in the moment, I am whole. And then offer that up. Here it is again. Here, in the moment, I am whole. Connecting your breath with that movement and mantra. Go at your own pace. Serving as a reminder, you are whole just as you are. You don't need to be anybody else. We welcome you wherever you may be. Even the parts of us that maybe we feel are unsavory, remember, all of those parts of us make us who we are. And here in the moment, you are. Each in, exhale. In just a moment, I'm going to invite you just to drop the movement and just, how can you move in your wholeness? Like I said, up a little more space that you are deserving and claiming. Just all right. We're coming to our final together. And I just want you to have a little bit of fun with it. So, pretty simple. Our arms are just going to come up. And as we're draping them down gently, slowly, like with love. That's what this is about, showing ourselves love right now. So we're going to bring them up, breathing in. Drape them down, all the way down your body, and then exhale. So as they're draping down, you'll be breathing in. So breathe in. Loving touch. Back of your neck. And as you get to the front of your legs, that's when you're going to exhale and bring them back up. You've got it. Go at your own pace. And here's our mantra. When our arms are up in the air, bringing them down, I acknowledge how powerful my love is. And as you're draping your hands down, imagining, I acknowledge how powerful my love is. Showering it over yourself, especially in those moments of doubt and fear. Remember that your love is powerful. Acknowledge it. Take your time. I, how powerful my love is. And when you're ready, just feel free to drop the movement. How are you moving with love? Coming back, just we were feeling okay. Feel free to take a seat. No, we did a lot of. All right. Start by slowly rolling our shoulders back. Thank you, everyone, for being here, for trying out something new with me. Rotating your arms the other way. All right, now what we're going to do, however we're feeling comfortable, we're going to do some, like a little bit of a hip opener. I'm going to borrow this. So if we're able, hard over the opposite leg, but also too can be down here on our shin, just whatever we're comfortable with. And then what I invite is just gently lean forward. Nice flat back. Okay, don't have to go super. And noticing, does my hip not? Mine does. So just placing either a down right there on our sciatic nerve, right, and just allowing us to forward fold for a few moments. Wonderful. Slowly sitting up, release that ankle, and then rotate your knee back to the opposite leg. So bring our knee, gently rotating it out, and possibly bringing it above, resting on top of our opposite. But again, also can be down on the shin. And then just a nice, gentle forward fold. And holding that for a few moments. Noticing if our hip is tight up and allowing those muscles to relax. We do hold here in our hips, but just allowing us to create space there. Slowly sitting up, releasing that ankle, and bringing our knee back to center. I invite you to slowly lower your gaze or close your eyes completely as we begin our love and kindness. And before we do that, just doing a nice inventory check-in. That number that we chose at the beginning of class, just to see where we were at. See where you are now. Whether that shift is just slight, or you felt some space created. Wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. For being here on the dance floor with me, and sharing this As we close with our mindfulness, just remembering the title of our class, shifting my mindset to see what is possible. As we leave here today, keeping that thought with us. How am I shifting my mindset? How am I speaking to myself? How am I speaking to others? And how is that influencing my action? Just continuing to focus on our breath. I am breathing in. I am breathing in. Anything that came up today was meant to be released. Whether it was a story or resistance, it's okay. We've allowed ourselves the time, space to be able to. So I'd like us to bring to our mind's eye someone we truly love and cherish. From now, you may repeat after me out loud or just to yourself. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they be safe. And may they live with ease. Now we're going to stretch our capacity for love and kindness. Bringing to your mind's eye maybe someone that pushes your button, that may bring on anger. Them to your mind's eye. May be happy, be healthy, be safe, and may they live with. Now bringing your attention to yourself. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. And may I live with ease. And now for our closing, for all beings everywhere. As we know, the world is going through a transformation. And as we continue this healing journey, this practice of presence, may we know that that has a beautiful ripple effect. Whether we see it now or maybe later, it is just as important. So please repeat after me. May all beings be happy. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be safe. And may all beings live with ease. Continuing to focus on your breath. Bringing our hands together, bringing them to our third eye, bringing them to our lips, bringing them to our heart. Thank you so much for joining me here today for our Somatic Activated Healing class. Thank you for just being here and practicing. And thank you to yourself for taking this time, for showing up. May we go about the days to come with grace, compassion, hope, sharing the love that we hold in our being. When you're ready, slowly blink your eyes open.
So since we didn't really have time for Q&A, I'm quite sure that
Oh, yes.
we have
If any, yeah.
many. I'd invite everybody just to kind of get a little closer at circle. We can share a little bit about what you noticed. I would merely, especially with everything else that's going on, share with what's going on inside of us. You notice or something as opposed to sharing what we think is a change in the outer where to make the light. Let's pass it around. So come on a little closer and let's open it up. Questions? Alexa.
Thank you.
And thank you for letting us record that.
Yeah.
Now we've got a...
Hopefully I was mostly in.
Wasn't really checking.
I mean, the ones that's really fun. Fun. Thank you. Well, you're so welcome.
I actually think you did an amazing job of you using yourself to give everybody permission that wants to unwind, but for those that wanted to a little slower permission as well. Anybody have an experience or share? Sure it.
Yes. So, somatic activated healing, yes. So I got certified as a movement teacher through my mentor, Sa Di Simone, and they studied in Indonesia and Nepal under some Buddhists. And so it is Buddhist inspired, and it really works with the emotional spiral that we experience in our life. And so it's a combination of work through those emotions, which is where the mantras come in, which they're each geared towards a specific emotion. And to just create an experience for us to work with some of the shadow as well as with the light. So working with that shadow aspect and then creating that space, right? Whereas today you heard me say, I clear the ways I hold blame in my body. Sometimes that's uncomfortable to speak about, whether it's inherited, whether it's been conditioned into us. And I think that this is just a beautiful way to tap into that and acknowledge it, because some big things can come up when we work with the heavier side of that emotional spiral, right? I know that I have. And so for me, this practice has really allowed me to not just talk about it, but move about it. Saying, okay, I really want it. Wow, I'm going to throw it out there and then come back to myself. It's given me a way to physically process and release some things that really kept me down, for a long time. Well, but to be able to be happy. I don't. Yes. Oh, thank you. Yes. Mhm. Yeah, and what they do for us, it's saying, we're releasing the emotional residue, and you can think of residue, right? Whether it's built up on something, and it's like, ooh, it's sticky, it's hard to scrub off, and it's, I feel it in my body, and just as you said, dis-ease. can really, if we've held on to something for so long, it takes root. And as I've heard, emotions or our feelings, they stay in our body for about 90 seconds. Yet we're conditioned, oh, we just push through. I'm feeling anger right now, but I just have to push through. I got to put on a smile. That's not real. So then I just had that anger. It's going to stick somewhere. It's going to land somewhere in my vessel, right? So then to be able to give ourselves that permission, oh, I'm feeling tension, even if it's in my elbow or feeling it in my hip or in my back, that may be something I've been holding on to for a long time and my body is trying to do that with me. So with the somatic activated healing, and when I create classes and curate them, it's sometimes what have I been feeling? Have I been feeling fear or anxiety, especially with the state of the world? But how can I come back to myself right now in a safe space where I can feel safe to say, I acknowledge and I face it, I recognize it, I allow it to move over and through me. So that is really what this practice has allowed me to do. And I'll share something personal. My mother is going through chemo right now, and she is stage 4. And, life is precious, right? And for me, 2 things can be present, joy and grief. And for me, this has been a beautiful way for me to let it out. And thank you for sacred wailing with me, because sometimes that can be uncomfortable. But also, I need to let it out. Sometimes we hold on to that, like, oh, I need to let out this exhale. Oh my gosh. And really just giving yourself that permission. So this practice has allowed me to give myself permission, and as well as be that permission slip to others to say, hey, it's okay if you look silly and feel like, oh my gosh, I need to get it out. But the dance floor is just a beautiful way to do that. So thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Any other questions? Oh, thank you, Costco, right? I'm an official adult for shopping Costco. Yes. Well, thank you guys so much for being willing to try something different. And I hope to be able to host again here. This is a beautiful space. So thank you.